It's a pretty day. I'm going to have a driveway giveaway, and that is my neighbor Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Melinda, plain and simple. Today I am out in my garage, and even if I was trying to be pretty, which I ain't trying to be pretty, it ain't gonna happen today because I've already been out here for over an hour pulling stuff out. Hubby helped me because I had a little bit of a late start. It's already getting up close to 75, 80 degrees, and I am not a hot weather girl, and it is breezy as you can tell. So there ain't gonna be no pretty today. I'm gonna be out here now in my garage trying to get some more of this stuff cleaned up. I've already been making a mess because I have been out in my driveway putting stuff out to get rid of, and both sides of my driveway are lined with things that I am going to be giving away today. Hopefully people will come and take them because it all needs to go, because I don't have any room left to store things, and I have let people know that it's got to go. It just has to, because I have more stuff in my basement, more stuff in my garage that I am trying to declutter, and I just don't have any room to store it now. So whatever doesn't go today, unless it's only just a little bit, if that's all that's left, then fine. But if a lot of it doesn't go, it's just going to have to get taken to the thrift store, and it's just going to have to go that way. You know, I really do enjoy doing my driveway giveaways, but at some point, you've got to realize and make a choice. So that's the choice I'm going to have to make. So I'm going to get in here and get started working on my garage. Let's show you what I find in here to declutter, clean up, whatever. But this is a decluttering channel, so my goal is to declutter. So come on, if you got something you need to be cleaning up, grab your stuff. Come on, we'll do it together. Well, the driveway giveaway has been keeping me sort of busy, more than usual, but we've had a lot of people coming by, getting to visit with the neighbors and things like that, so that is a good thing as well. Not just giving away junk, but getting to know people and bless people and all of that stuff. Community, that's what it's all about. I know I've been through this box before, but I wasn't ready to let go of the stuff. Well, I am ready to let go of this stuff now. This is all I'm keeping out of that whole box. There were zippers and yarn and all kinds of sewing notions and lace and ribbons and unfinished projects, and there was a pile of things I can throw in the trash. And here is another box of stuff that I have been through, and now I'm going to go through it again and see how much I can let go of this go round. This may look a little crazy, but these were the old pop cans, had these little flip top things, and we used to take them and put them together like that and make a chain. And I used to do this all the time, and I would hang them on the refrigerator. And I appreciate so much now as an adult that my mom let me do that, and she never said a word about me having these chains hanging off of her refrigerator. And I have a whole nother can here. It's full. And when I got married, I took my chain of pop lids with me. And so I've been ready to let them go for a while, but I just didn't know where I had stuck them. So now those can go. I'll have an empty box or an empty bag, but stuff like this, I will have filled it up to the max. And it's full of stuff like safety pins and a marble and buttons and stuff like that. So I think I can let all of that go, and hubby wants this thing back. And all of this stuff can go. I had crochet hooks and knitting needles and books and all sorts of little things, plus a pile of things that will be going in the trash. And I also have a pile of things that I want to go through a little bit more thoroughly. This has some memorabilia type stuff. I found 2 boxes of these in that bag of gift bags. We have not used them. I don't believe we are going to use them, so I'm just going to let them go. I'll put them out in the driveway giveaway. I don't know if anybody will take them because it's Christmas stuff, but you never know. People took Christmas stuff last time. I am going to put this out in the driveway giveaway. So one more thing, leaving my garage today. I already know that hubby wants to keep the things that are in this old tote. So I'm going to take those things out of here and get rid of the tote, but put these in one of the bins out here in the garage that has stuff in it that he wants to hang on to. Something that you're going to get rid of, and then you realize, hey, I can use that for something, and you actually can use it for something, and you actually do use it for something, then there's no reason why you can't keep it, because you're giving it a purpose. It's just the stuff that we don't need and that we're not using and that is excessive and things that we don't love and it's just in our way. Those are the things we're getting rid of. But if it's going to make life easier, it's okay to keep it. So I'm going to keep this. If I decide it doesn't make my life easier, I can always get rid of it later. While I was back there grabbing the tools, I found another box underneath of them that I have been through before, and I'm going to go through it again because I think this is just some boxes and things that I kept to use for the driveway giveaways, stuff like that. So boxes to put things in, because I do need boxes to put things in. So this one I'll probably keep because it is a good size and I can use it. But I'm going to let this one go. I'm going to go ahead and let that one go, and that one. This I'll keep because this can be used for tote bags, and it also has, it's from vacations that we took. So I'm going to keep those. I'm going to let this tin go. It feels like it's got something in it. Oh, it does. It's got some of these in it, and I don't need those. So I'm going to let those go as well. And whatever this is, I'm also going to let that go. So everything in that box is going to go, except for these totes and that one little box. These are both empty, and so I'm going to use these when we get to the tools. I can use these to put smaller items in. The rest of these, I think, are just empty boxes. This is my husband's. This is his mom's stuff, so that's going to be his to decide if he wants to go through it or not. I think this box down here, it's full of books, and I think they are my husband's books. But back there you can see maybe there's some stuff. Well, I pulled this box out of that little spot there, and this is my stuff. So I'm going to go through this, but I'm also going to see if I can get any more of that stuff out from back there, because maybe I can get rid of a few more things. This basket just had a bunch of stuff that can go in the trash. So I'm going to throw all that out. This can go in the driveway giveaway. This I'm going to put out under my bushes to keep the skunks away because he's cute. And then this box, it's either empty or it's got a bunch of junk in it. That's just how it goes with me. And so this is stuff that apparently I've had since way back then, because this is my cousin Frou Frou and that's really her name, Frou Frou. That's us goofing around for one of those little things where you could go get in it in a little booth and you could get your picture taken. So yeah, me and my dorky glasses way back in the day. Hi!
What are you doing?
It has a bunch of stuff in it that I have had since I was a teenager. This was a friend, I think her name was Wanda. She went to my school, so this probably was 9th grade. And I don't know who these people are. So I can probably get rid of those, but I'll keep the one of my cousin and I. But all these little perfume bottles, these are all going to go. I don't need to keep this stuff. I don't see anything in here so far. If there's anything that I do end up keeping, I'll show you that. That's pretty, isn't it? But I don't need it. Wooden nickel. Need a wooden nickel? I don't need a wooden nickel. A broken mirror. I don't know. A little violin. I used to play violin. This looks like part of my Girl Scout outfit. I can put that with my Girl Scout uniform and get rid of it. And a little picture of a friend that we had since childhood. So all of this, I don't see anything in here that I need to keep, to be honest. So I'm just going to let all of this stuff go, finish visiting with my friend, and then go through the rest of this and see if there's anything at all in this box that I need to keep. Few things that will go out in the driveway giveaway or be gone somehow. Bunch of stuff added to the trash pile. This is the picture from when our wedding announcement was in the paper. So that's me back when we got married. I was 17. That's all I am keeping. The picture of my cousin and I, the picture from the newspaper from when we got married, and I don't know why it was in this box, and the ruler, some shells, And this grog cup because my hubby will want to keep that. Everything else from that box and that basket is going. I think the stuff in that green Christmas type bag, I think that is all hubby's. And I know it's still got a lot of stuff there, but it is better than it was because I had gotten rid of some stuff already over the summer out of this area. I did decide to keep this in case hubby wants to have a tape dispenser out here. I'm not going to try to pull this box out of here because the bottom of it, you can see the tape is coming off of it, so it's not really together on the bottom. So I am just going to try reaching in here, grabbing things out, and whatever I can find that I can let go of, I'm just going to take it right on out to the driveway. I took these 4 things out of that box, and I'm going to tackle the rest of this a little bit later because I think I am going to have to pull it down off of this bin. I'll have to get hubby to help me do that. I've brought a few more things out here since this morning, things that I found in the garage. I'm going to put these lawn chairs out here too because we never use these, and I'm tired of them just sitting in my garage, so they are gone. I still have quite a bit of stuff left. It's not supposed to rain tonight or tomorrow. It's going to be a good temperature again. So I've decided that I'm just going to leave this stuff out here, but it is kind of getting a little bit breezy. So I'm going to see if I've got some bigger boxes in the garage and just take these bags like this and just plop them into it so that this stuff won't be blowing around all over everybody's yard overnight. Because I do have some people that have asked, you know, is it too late? Can they come by? So I'm just going to leave it out here. Let people come and grab things as they want to. Leave it out, for tomorrow. I went inside, had a little something to eat. I watched my friend Diana from Diana Simplifies. She had a video about cleaning supplies that you need to have on hand, and she is a professional cleaning lady. So if you haven't seen her channel yet, check her out. She has a lot of good hints and tips for cleaning. So check her out. She does decluttering. She does Dollar Tree hauls. She does Aldi hauls. This is day 2 of the driveway giveaway, and people are already coming out here and getting things. I had all the boxes smashed together, and as you can see, there are spaces. I'm going to go find a place to put this. Rather than just taking to the thrift store or something, and then buying something for another purpose, I'm just using this stuff. If it rots away, it rots away. It's not going to hurt anything. So I'm going to put this outside and use it for my fairy garden or something. I got this box down from that spot right there, and I emptied it out. So the box will go and recycle. All this stuff is trash and recycle. I'm going to put these few things away, and I don't think we need towel rods, so I'm going to let go of that. The butterflies, and this was our old microwave stand back when microwaves first came out, and we had one. So we haven't used this thing in years, and it's going to go. Bye-bye. This thing did not survive, so it can go in the trash. I have a lot of things that are going to go in the trash, including all the stuff that I took out of here because it was full of just little stuff. I probably kept it from doing my miniatures. So I'm going to keep going through this, see what else I can let go of from that. Have some things that I am going to give away, some things that I am going to go through a little bit more thoroughly and see which I want to really keep and which I don't need to keep. A couple of things I'm going to put in my fairy garden, and also had a few things over here that I'm going to let go of. I'm going to give you a little view of what's inside this bag, and you tell me in the comments what it is that you see. Now that you had a second to think about it, tell me what you see. I want to tell you what I used to see. This was the potential to create anything my brain could come up with. I used to do miniatures, so every little scrap of everything had the potential to become some sort of a creation. So I kept everything. Even the tiniest little bits of things that people would normally throw away. Now, I just see trash. It's just a bag of trash. But that's not what I saw when I kept all this stuff on purpose. I already have some ribbon that I am on the fence about and deciding about. I don't need that much, so I'm just going to go ahead and let this go. Don't need to worry about that. And I have a whole bag of thread here. And I do have a couple of projects that I am working on that I need thread for. So I took out this purple because I do need purple. But I think I'm just going to let this whole bag of thread go. I don't need to have a bunch of thread. Also had a couple of spools with some trim type things on them. Those can go. And this little play piano thing. There was a photo album in here. And this little thread and needles and bobbins box. I thought about keeping the box, but you know what? I don't think I need it. I don't think I'm going to be keeping that much stuff. And I have my basic sewing kit now, so I don't need to keep that as well. This little thing I'm going to put with my husband's stuff because I know he would want to keep that. And this little box, I don't think this is anything special, but there are some things inside of it. So I'm going to take this in the house and go through this a little bit more thoroughly, and then I'll decide what I'm going to let go of out of this. But it's got a bunch of little stuff in it, so I'm just not going to take the time to do that right now. I'm just going to take that in the house and do it. So this is what I'll be keeping out of that, and I'm letting all of this stuff go. And I actually had already pulled some things out of here. So the box was full, but some of the stuff is already out of it, including a couple of the baskets that I gave to a neighbor lady. One more box that has been emptied out. Had a lot of things that were going to be trash. Had a pretty good stack of things that I can give away. There's some books, cross-stitch patterns, some little odds and ends there. And that little Valentine thing, it's a puffy card. Hubby got me one year. It's pretty good size. So I'm just going to put it out here in the garage just for fun. I like some quirky things sometimes. And then this is a stack of stuff that hubby will want to keep, so I'll put that there. And then I have a couple of short stacks of things that I'm going to take in the house so that I can go through them a little bit more thoroughly, because there's some cards and some other things. I want to make sure there's none that we need to keep or nothing that needs to go into shred. I think that's going to be all I do for today, because as you can see, my boxes typically have a whole lot of stuff in it. And it's just mentally taxing after a while going through boxes that have so much little stuff in them. And that's what I'm going to find a lot of around here, I think, because that is just how I did things. I would just throw everything into a box, stash and dash, throw it in there, go away, and never remember to come back and deal with it. I didn't get a before picture, but I had some boxes over here that were stacked up. And I had the lawn chairs were in that space, and I had some boxes over here. So I got those cleared out. These things that are sitting here, this was all I kept out of the box that the bottom was coming out of it. That's all I kept from that. And that will actually go back in this area once I get back here and start clearing this out. And I can put this stuff in a better place. I need to clean all this stuff off again. There's some stuff that will go into recycling. And over here, I got some of this stuff cleared out over here. That bin is empty and I don't like it, so it will either be a bin for buy nothing things or it will be a donatable bin at some point. This little pile of stuff down here, this is all going to go to the recycle station. It's not the weekend, but I'm going to be out in my garage doing a little rearranging and decluttering, so I thought I'd just stick a few things out here that I hadn't put out during the driveway giveaway. We'll see if they get taken. It gives me an opportunity to tell you a little bit about how I do my driveway giveaway in case you want to do something similar. I've thought about doing a sign that says driveway giveaway, but I never did get around to doing that. When I first started putting stuff out in my driveway, I just made this simple sign that says free stuff. And eventually I got tired of running after my sign because it's just a piece of foam board. And I got tired of running after the sign, so I grabbed a hanger that had clippies, and it's just hooked onto the end of the box. And this is just a big box. I can put things on top of this box, and I put this out at the front of the driveway, at the end of the driveway, and that way this kind of attracts people. So I put things that I think people would want to grab easily, just attention grabbers on that. And then this box helps to hold the other side. I could have cut it off and put another hanger, but I just never did do that. And so I have this box, and inside that I have bags, so if they're shopping and they want a few things, they can grab an empty bag. And I got tired of running after that thing blowing in the wind too, so I took an empty milk jug and put water in it, so it's weighted. So that is my setup at the end of the driveway. Another thing I do is use boxes as tables. I don't want to worry about anybody taking a real table or a bin or something that I don't want to let go of, so I just use the boxes that I have. And if they take those, then that's fine, and they're doing me a favor because that's one more box that I have gotten rid of. So I use all these boxes for that purpose, and I have another one down in the bottom here that is like the one that I put at the end of the driveway. I use that one as a table, and I also, when I'm putting things away at the end of the day, if I have stuff left over, I can throw it all into, usually I can throw it into that box, or I can use a couple of other boxes. Normally I don't have as much stuff as I had in this driveway giveaway. Okay, it's time. I need to deal with this stuff that was left over from my driveway giveaway. I did get rid of a lot of stuff, but I have more left than I am willing to keep long term in my garage or basement, because now I am down to the point of decluttering in my garage and basement. So it just doesn't make sense to continue storing items that I'm trying to declutter. That was fine before when I was still decluttering inside the main part of the house, but it just doesn't make sense to do that now. If this was only just a little bit, then that would be fine, because as I continue decluttering, I could just include this stuff with the rest of that. But I still have a lot more to declutter, and I don't want having all this stuff in the space available for that purpose to slow me down. Normally, I will give it 3 or 4 chances. Some of this stuff only got 1 chance, but nobody took it. So now it's time for me to go through this stuff, donate to the thrift store the things that are appropriate to go to the thrift store, and deal with the rest of the stuff in another way. I'm going to go through each of the boxes on this side of the garage one at a time and sort them into categories. For instance, these are books, and so I'll put any kind of books or that sort of thing here. And this is the box I'm getting ready to go through. I have a little bin here for things that are small that I think I can take to the thrift store. This one I can put garbage in, and this is just an empty box that I can put in recycling. And then I'm going to have a section for items that I'm not sure if I can take them to the thrift store, so maybe I need to find another place to take those items to. And this probably will not be big enough, and I'll have larger items that won't fit into that bin, but I will have a section for things that will be going specifically to the thrift store. I went through everything and sorted it out as best I could, and so I ended up with a bag of trash, some more boxes to add to the pile of boxes that I already had for recycling, and this is the pile of stuff that will be going to the thrift store: clothes, hangers, books, all sorts of things like that. And this is the pile of things that I will be finding another place to donate them, because I'm not going to take those to the thrift store. This is the pile of boxes that I already had that were going to go to the recycle bin. And this pile of boxes are the ones that I will be keeping to use as I continue to declutter and in the basement and the garage, and continue to do my driveway giveaways. Once I don't need those anymore, though, they will also be decluttered.
I had a wooden nickel hidden in my treasure box, the kind with pretty hinges and a tiny key that locks. The nickel was alone until I found a 4-leaf clover. Such a lucky thing it was. The nickel scooted over. Next, I put a marble in and set the roll in motion. Then a pretty bottle filled with lovely scented potion. On top of that, a letter and a picture and a heart. The heart was made of stone, but I loved it from the start. I could have had a rabbit's foot, but that seemed rather cruel. Instead, I got a trinket, and I named it Bunny Jewel. I filled my box with treasures till I couldn't fill it more. Then I closed it, and I locked it, and forgot what it was for. Until the day, while digging through the memories I had lost, I dug up the forgotten ones inside my treasure box. The treasures and the memories that for years I'd held on to were nothing more than things by then. Their meaning was gone too. The watch had lost its ticking, and the time had come to say, the love we had is over. Time to toss it all away. Happy decluttering!